Hello and welcome back to our France campaign. So it was suggested that we look to the east. Yeah, I don't want to do that. That looks scary over there. We're going to ignore the east. We're going to zoom in a little bit so we don't see the east. And we're going to focus on ourselves. Now, lots of people have lots of different paths that they would like us to take. And all of them are going to cost money. Money is basically our bottleneck right now. I think I want to hold events. I want to do events because events are going to lead to us being better and going to lead to our knights being better. I think that's the path I want to go down. The other suggestion was that we could potentially build buildings. Building buildings gets you more money, which then gets you more events. I understand perfectly. In theory, if we can hold something like a grand tournament, it might pay for itself, or a grand tour might pay for itself over the time that we do it. So they're definitely things worth considering in of themselves. Because Grand Tournament, I think you get money when people arrive at it. So generally, they don't cost quite as much as they cost up front. Like, it's a lot up front, but then you get more back over time. University visit I would also like to go to for us, and I'd like to go to it soon. What's the cheapest university visit we could do? Let's assume we're going to the Vatican, because that's a good path. Let's go for this. 1074. It will let us go actually right now. I'm assuming that's because we're within 1 month of being able to pay for it. Do we want to? It's an option. We could definitely do that. The other option is there is a university in this direction. Not that one, but this one, which would allow us to go through some of our allies' lands potentially. Yeah. Could also head down here, but I don't really want to go to the mosques. I guess we could go like this. I think the Vatican's going to be better. If we can go through Italy, we're going to get a ton of bonuses. So let's have a little look at that. I'm going to plan a trip to the Vatican. Where would I like to go on this trip? I'd like to go... Well, if I'm going over this way, here. We'll go to Venice. Back in here. Back to this one, Then in we go. On the second half of our route, we're going to go here. Now let's see if it continues working. Yeah, okay, this is kind of working. I don't really want to go to that disease if it's still there, but if it's not there, maybe something like that is what I want to do. Does that make sense? We could even head back via here as well if we wanted to. Something crazy like that, I think, might work for us. Yeah, I think that could work for us. That's fine. Let's go with this. Do we need mercenary guards? Yes, 100% we need mercenary guards. It's a little dangerous. I'm assuming it's down here that the danger is going to happen. Where exactly are... Oh, we got danger here. We can do minor route changes here, so... Ravenna, we're going to want to go there. Okay, so that saves us a little danger. It's a little danger leaving here. So that's that one. So what if I said I wanted to leave out this one instead? That takes out a little danger. Okay, there's danger coming back from Venice to here. This maybe... Actually, maybe what I'll do is I will go to there and then to there. That cuts out a little danger. Okay, danger going over the mountains. The easiest way of fixing that is from Rome to go to here. Now I'm not going over the mountains. Now this is dangerous, but that's okay because we're kind of banking on the disease not being there when we get there. Cool. That seems reasonable. Debt. Nah, I don't need to know about debt. Thank you. Right. That's okay. We can change our half-brother's contract? I'll look at that in a month. Yeah, let's go forward. I'm still not entirely sure we have fixed the crashing issues, so I'm being paranoid. We need to do a longer test, which we're not quite ready for yet. But by not ready for, I mean I need like an hour and a bit clear to do a longer test. But yeah, for now we'll just be careful. Right, why can I pardon you? You're an adulterer. I don't care. You're currently paying high taxes. We could make you a Castellan. What are you doing? You're paying us basically no taxes and no levies, so it doesn't really matter what we do here. We're getting nothing out of you. We can't do that because we don't have it. Could increase development growth in his realm capital. I don't really need to do that. Yeah, I think I'm fine. I don't think I need to change his contract. I don't think there's anything we need. Also, negotiate alliances. Do we have any alliances? No, we should negotiate some alliances if there's people available. Yes, you. Definitely. Aragon, we should definitely get an alliance with. Benoit. Yeah. Gelera. Yeah. Now, these ones are inside my realm. And that would just stop them from rising up against me. What are their opinions of me? They're all pretty high. Yeah, I'm not going to get these alliances, because they'll count against our max number of alliances, so we don't really want them. At least I think they count against our max number. So you know when they're like, I don't want an alliance with you, you have too many alliances? I think it counts against that. Anyway. We now have 3 allies, which is very good. I thought I was going to have an alliance with you. Maybe not. I can offer to join his war, but I think there's been a succession happened here. Yeah, 4 years ago this guy died. So that's probably where my alliance went. Yeah, because these are my cousins, so yeah. My alliance probably went with that. Anyway, that's fine. You've increased control in Nantes. Okay, fantastic. So that is now got full control and it's paying us full amounts of money, which is good. What do we want you to do now? Is there anywhere else we want control in? We could increase control here. Increasing control in my vassal territory is actually very worth it, because then they pay you more taxes. So why is it going down by so much? Like, why is it taking so long for control to go up, I guess would be a better question. So why has it gone down so much? Yeah, I don't know. Why? Is that going to take No, it's going to take 10 years. It said 45 initially. Okay. Well, whatever. That's fine. 10 years is reasonable. Hey, so that's us finished windmills, which is a nice little buff for us. So that gives us 1 additional building slot, and we can build windmills and water wheels. Which means, over here, we should be able to upgrade this, if I had the money. Yeah, cool. That seems like something we should definitely consider doing. Okay, got some martial experience. Your cousin, King Guillaume, created the cadet branch. Oh, okay. His primary heir is still my uncle, which is interesting. Yeah, I still haven't quite figured out, why is his heir not his children? Because you would think that his heir should be his children here. Oh, it's not a Scandinavian elective. Oh, wait a second. When I hover over it here, though, it says High Partition. This should say the succession of the title, not the succession of him. Right, this shouldn't give his like top-level succession. This should give the succession of the title. Yeah, that's incorrect. It should give you that on the other screen. Because that's what the succession law is. The succession law isn't High Partition. Well, now it makes a lot more sense. Our uncle is winning via elective. Okay. Anyway. That's fine. Carrying on. Fibonacci's doing a great job. How is his son doing? Okay. Doing fine. This would actually be perfect. We just keep replacing our court tutor with the same person over and over and over again. It's great. Ah yeah, we need to do some marrying off in our court. Okay, we can do that. One of our knights greatly improved while on this trip. Nice. Okay. She tried to obtain you gold. You shouldn't be on that. You should be on this one. There we go. That's fine. Making our way back over. Lots of lifestyle experience, but none of these are full, if we check here. Like, they're all, like, pretty close to full. But none of them are actually full up yet. Okay. And... ooh, I just saw where the disease just reached. It's not ideal. So what's this? Little leprosy. It's measles. Measles is okay. Measles disappears. Okay. It's not the end of the world. Fabricate claim on county is finished. We said yes to that one. So that's for this bit of land here. What's our truce like with you? Truce is 2 years away. Do you want to maybe start thinking about someone else, like Belak? Yeah, we should consider fabricating a claim on Belak. Yeah. I have a claim on that county. I'm a genius. I'm way ahead of myself. Right. How about this one? You're allied to Normandy. We're pretty strong. Yeah. We could also just take Brittany anyway, even though it's not part of France. Yeah. Let's just start fabricating claims on things up there. Now, we could declare war right now, except that all of my men are currently, like, with me here at university, so we'll do that when we get back. Okay. Arrived at the Vatican. I get one of these. So we don't have any wards of ourselves, and the reason we don't have any wards is because we don't have a genetic intelligence trait or a shrewd, so we're not a good educator, so that's not that good for us. Cultural fascination progress only applies, I believe, if you are the cultural head, which we're not. I don't care about clergy opinion, so anatomical studies kind of wins by default here. Just makes my personal physician better, which I think is fine. Schools of thought. The halls of the University of Vaticano often echoes with the debates of students and teachers, some of which escalate into notorious rivalries, like between Emedio and Alboino. Also, this music, I haven't heard this one before. Is this from... Oh, this one must be from Kingdom Come Deliverance, I'm assuming. Sorry, I got distracted. It's not. Oh, I have no idea what this one's from. Okay. Might have got added in a DLC when we were playing over in... Oh no, we weren't looking over there. But when we were playing on this side of the map, it might have got added in for this side of the map as part of a DLC. Also, I think they added some Crusader Kings II music to the game recently, but I don't recognize it from that. Anyway, that's an aside. When I find them today, they are, as usual, screaming at each other, trying to prove whose field of study is better equipped to discuss both this Wheel of Fortune. Some less usual, however, is that they suddenly notice me approaching and ask me to take a position. So I become more successful if I choose either. I can choose the middle path for a chance at massively, but it's not a high chance because my learning isn't very good. So do I want to... Well, which person do I want to go with here? One thing that's interesting is generally you get to recruit somebody afterwards. I might go with this guy, because we might be able to recruit him afterwards. Let's see how that goes, as in at the end of the university trip. Knight of Wines is taking a squire. Okay, so somebody who existed in our court is now a squire for Knight of Wines. Interestingly, I don't see anything that says that he's a squire on him. He's just taken as a squire. I guess that just gives him a bunch of stuff that makes him eligible, and it is more that he will be the person who's next in line because he's eligible. That might be what we're doing here. We'll dissect this falcon with you. We'll take the prestige hit. Oh, one thing I wanted to check. We'll do it on the first. Do we have any things? We have no stories yet. Okay. Well, whatever. That's fine. Yeah. They made a big deal of this story system, but we don't ever seem to actually get any. One of the boys. Universities and centres of higher education are always bustling hives of socialisation. In these hallowed halls, the students are all peers, all apprentices along the road to knowledge, which is why it can be helpful to make friends and feel part of a community. These, at least, are my first thoughts when Urbano approaches me, the smell of mead on his breath. Join me and my friends, Arnaud. Prove to us the might of a duke by downing more cups than anyone else, and we shall consider you one of us. So I get a 50% chance of slightly more successful, or I can have study isolation, or I can just say no thanks. I'm just going to say no thanks. I'll take the guaranteed better result. Our Knight of Hunts improves. He gained just and defender. Wait, when it says he gained just, yeah, it must have replaced something he already has. Interesting. Okay. Cool. The language of knowledge. This is the one where do we want to learn Latin, right? Yes, I would love to learn Latin. Because of my study hard intent, I can just learn it. Okay, that's fine. My knight has become an aspiring blade master. You love to see it. And I got a new stewardship perk. Let's close that for now. Professional workforce is great if we're doing building, which we should do some of. Oh, you know what? Now I have money. I should definitely upgrade that now. Perfect. Right, clear this out, and back to this. A visit from the Pope. This should say Pope, but it's giving you the generic name. I think it always did that. Attention students, our benefactor Pope Sylvester has deigned us a visit. He is the ruler of these lands. Be on your best behavior. He would like a donation. Okay, I'll give him a donation. Especially because opinion with the Pope means that he's likely going to give us money back later, so that's fine. People are continuing to improve. You love to see it. Really, we haven't really set up a knight education center as I was planning. What we've really set up is an everyone education center. Everybody's just being risen up, and as a consequence, so are the knights. So, I mean, it's kind of working. Okay, so this one, worst is slightly more. What does that, my head hurt? It just lowers your stress. Let's do this. I got much more, which is fantastic. Okay. I wonder if we're going to get the 3 result. That bug's been in the game a while. How many perks did I get? I got 2. So I got the 3 result, even though I should be in the 2 range. And Bernardo's the one that I could recruit. Okay. He's not really good enough. No. And I didn't get the level up either, fortunately. But we did get 2 perks. I will definitely grab Development Growth and Realm Capital. That's a nice little perk. And then Large Levies, I think is the last one I wanted on that one. So, Development Growth and Realm Capital, why is it so low and why is it really good anyway? We've been through this before, but basically any flat value is great because you get so many percentage-based values that any flat value gets multiplied by a huge amount once it gets put in. You just need to have some value to start. So even though it's only 0.3, it's a huge boost to our development, which is nice. Okay. Hospitable hospices. Okay, this is the one where I choose the bottom option, even though it hurts, because the other options are not good. Roma Shrines and Pilgrims. At a distance, the city of Roma is a forest of towers and a maze of stone buildings. As we approach, the scenery shifts. Ruins of monuments, walls, and ancient churches coexist with farms and grazing animals. Pilgrims seem to be everywhere, bartering, conversing, and queuing to shrines and tombs of the city's saints. Mansions of forgotten aristocrats now serve as hostels for the faithful. My caravan leader, Gilhem, muses thoughtfully, "My liege, we could spend time here to study their customs." Okay, so I can bring something back. I can try and get Wise Van, or will not waste any time. I'm going to have a great opportunity for some learned conversation. I got well rested for 10 years. It's not great, but at least we got travel speed, so even though we delayed us coming back, we got the travel speed. I took Stalwart Leader there. Stalwart Leader is fantastic for multiple reasons. One, it raises our prowess, which means we might actually be able to do that, like, single combat against knights for bonuses, but also it reduces the risk of commanding armies. So if we ever want to be an army commander, we can. We probably won't, but we can. Also, there you go. Here's what I was talking about with the Head of Faith. He likes us. Therefore, he's going to give us money, which is nice. And there's a bunch of money. Wonderful. And we could now do other buildings. Like, for instance, in this holding, we could build, I don't know, a windmill, for instance. Or in here. Oh, this one needs to be French. You're not French, current. Oh, you're still trying to convert the first one. Yeah. You're still trying to convert this to be French. Well, that's fine. Okay. I could upgrade something here, I suppose. Could upgrade, like, the trade port. That's generally pretty good. And then this one, I guess I'll upgrade the training fields because it's still sitting there. Yeah. Okay. That's fine. We can always change it later. Call to war? Whoa, 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 whoa. Someone's telling a story. I will tell a story of my own. So, Okay, we did have a crash. Doesn't necessarily mean that the other crashes are... Or it doesn't necessarily mean that our fix doesn't work. It just means that we had a crash. So we'll carry on for now. Yes, I will join your war. Yes, 100%. Also, I need to ask my head of fate for gold. And then do some building. Yeah. This crash gave a slightly different error message. It reckons it could be to do with the graphics driver, maybe? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I got open terrain expert. That's cool. Oh, we said yes to being in a war. I should, like, join that war, huh? That's what saying yes to being in a war means? That you actually turn up to the war? Shocking. Upgrade that one. Buy a windmill. And I don't have any money, apparently. Okay, that's fine. Right. There we go. And you're going to head down here. Right. Yeah, get me that claim. That's perfect. Why don't you go get me a claim on this as well? Okay. Cool. Blades for hire. This guy would like to be recruited. Nope. It's not good enough. Okay. Right. It's all fine. Knights are improving. You love to see it. Okay. We're making our way down here. Okay. Visited the Kingdom of Sicily. And doesn't feel good about us attacking in here because they're defending in mountains. Is that it? Yeah, I'm going to go here and then like this, and hopefully they'll join me. What are you doing? Moving to attack this. Okay, I see. You're in a different war? No? Why are you moving to attack this then? There's nothing to attack. What are you doing? What do you mean moving to attack? Oh, wait, you are at war with somebody else. Wait. No, it must be his liege is at war with somebody else. Yeah, his liege is at war with somebody else. Okay, and he's helping out. I see. That's fine. Okay, so now you're coming to join me in this war. No, you're moving to attack the war target in Barcelona, which means you're going to go and sit on the war target in Barcelona. I've been appointed Master of the Hunt? What? I guess I am a hunter. That gives me additional bonuses, right? Oh no, I see them in here. Your held position, Master of the Hunt. So more martial lifestyle experience per month. I get hunt trait experience gain and get increased success chance in hunts. And I get some salary. Alright, that's cool. You gonna join me in this war? What are you doing? Attacking war target. You're joining army. Okay. There we go. Now they're coming to attack this, right? Now they're moving to lift this siege. Now we're getting somewhere. Yeah. Now I'm going to attack. There we go. Is this our leader? This is our leader for now. Everyone else is traveling. Peasant rising invalidated. Oh. Alrighty then. Cool. I didn't realize that Leonardo was a squire here for this. Okay. I thought he had a different squire. I thought the current guy had... I thought his son was a squire. Maybe there are multiple squires. Maybe I'm misunderstanding the system. Maybe multiple people could be squire. It depends. So he trains people. It's basically training children in our court. Okay. That's cool. So we're basically just spreading Eager Reveler and Huntmaster traits in our court currently. That's kind of neat. So that actually changes the way that you should look at those things, I think. Here, definitely Groom to Rule is what we go for. So we get Heart of the Family first in order to start working towards it. But what I mean by it changes how you should look at these is instead of looking at them like, okay, what do I want right now? You should be like, okay, what are the requirements? Because if you can get a requirement that is good, right, then you can get them to educate all of your children, or at least one child in particular, because you're going to always have a squire with those requirements. So if they have to have X amount of prowess and they need to be an accomplished blade master or whatever, you're always going to get it. If they have to be master of the hunt, sorry, not Master of the Hunt, if they're going to have the Hunt Master line of traits or the Hunter line of traits, they're always going to get it. If you're going to have Eager Reveler, they're always going to get it. So you should kind of think of these as like additional education things now, which is kind of neat. Anyway, Faithful, prepare for war. You're going to Jerusalem. I'll come to Jerusalem with you. That's fine. Against the Wayward. Okay, where were we? War for Jerusalem, was it? Right. Followed by... the Arpad of Hungary is asked again for us to help. They would like us to install Theodora on the throne of the Byzantine Empire. Theodora is dead, so I'm going to say no. But also, apparently because of my martial skill, I could join as the leader of this. But she's dead, so this plan makes no sense. Because she's dead. Okay. That's a little weird. Okay. Beneficiaries of this thing. These are my only beneficiaries who can be beneficiary. My sister. Antoinette. Alex. Or Odd. Who's Alex married to? Some random. Yeah. Antoinette. She's currently sitting in my niece's court in Gelera. You know what? I'm going to go for you. Mainly because I think that could lead to some interesting things. Because if she gets that, then her heir is going to be someone in Gelera, which is going to lead to all sorts of interesting things. Because that then means that Jerusalem would be part of the Holy Roman Empire. Yeah, I like that. Okay, cool. Right. That's fine. And we'll make our way home. Cool. We have now arrived back home. Wonderful. Well, with that, I think we shall end the episode here. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.